So, respected director, sir, my dear colleagues, and all dear students, very good morning to all of you. I, Dr. Rajan Chaudhary, Dean School of Management, welcome you all to this multi-skill development course that is on life skills. APJ Institute of Management and Engineering Technical Campus has started with this initiative of starting these courses as value-added courses, keeping in mind the industry requirement. The objective of starting these multi-skill development courses is to train students, to equip students as per the industry requirement and for the future purpose, and especially for the placements. APJ Institute of Management and Engineering always ensures quality education, and along with that, emphasis always remains to take initiatives to prepare students for the placements. As I can see the list, I'm very happy to share that students from other institutes and colleges have joined for this particular course. So in the meantime, rest of the participants are joining. I will like to brief about the institute. APJ Institute of Management and Engineering Technical Campus has been established in the year 1997. It runs different courses like MBA, BBA, BCom, MCA, BCA, and BTech. Dr. Satyapalji is the founder chairman of the Education Society. Madam Sushma Paul Barlia is the president, who is the encouraging force behind all of us. In the campus, students are being encouraged to participate in different events and activities which have been conducted by different clubs like HR Club, Finance Club, Marketing Club, IT Club, Social Media Club, other like Sports Club, etc. And students are also encouraged to participate in national and international competitions. Happy to share that APJ is having that experienced and competent faculty who is working with that devotion under the able guidance of learned, motivated, and pushing director, Dr. Rajesh Baggaji. APJ provides that conducive teaching learning environment by providing the appropriate infrastructure. APJ is well known for best placements, internships, live projects in the region. That way, it has an edge in the region. And as such, recruiters are concerned, Byju's, Asian Paints, Berger Paints, MRF, HDFC, ICICI, all these are the names which are linked with our institute as recruiters, and they recruit students in every session. In the challenging situations of COVID-19, since 2020, Institute is doing that great efforts to provide that quality education to students. So many of the expert talks have been arranged. Online placement drives are going on. Online classes are going on. Through Moodle platform, we as teachers provide the content, the inputs to students. Online MSTs, that is mid-semester tests, are being conducted. So this way, APJ Institute of Management and Engineering Technical Campus, Jalandhar, is having an edge to provide such efforts for the betterment or for the better future of the students in the region. Now, before actually starting with the topic and the session, I request Dr. Rajesh Bagga to say a few words for all of us. Over to Director, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan. Thank you so much. And my advice to all students, participants, as well as all the faculty members, those have joined this webinar related to multi-skill disciplinary certification. with your audio off and audio video on. So I request you all, definitely it will be really useful in case at the end of the session, if you are having certain interaction with the resource person, Dr. Rajan. My dear students, today we are running simultaneously three multi-skill disciplinary certifications. One it is on search engine optimization, one is on life skills, and one is the social networks. One related to the life skills, related to the technical areas as well. So, before discussing these areas, there are certain points, 2, 3 points. I will not take much of your time. Reason being, I am supposed to shift into the second and third MSDC program as well. But I think under this COVID time period, really we can understand it is really a tough time for all of us, for you, for your parents, for your grandparents, and for definitely for the community as well. But it is an honest effort by all the faculty members of our institution, APJ Institute of Management and Engineering, and as well as by the APJ Education Society. So one or two announcements here to go for all the students. APJ Education is committed for safeguarding the interest of all the stakeholders, that may be the faculty, that may be the parents, that may be students, that may be anyone belonging to the community. And for that purpose, we have started under the COVID time period some of the vaccination camp. And happy to announce all our faculty members, they have undergone the vaccination of first shot. Some are undergoing the second shot as well. But now, my dear students, my request to you all, you can get in touch with your class teacher in charges, with your HODs and deans as well. You can register yourself. And as a part of a facility by APJ Education, we are providing this facility in case if you have not go for vaccination so far, please get yourself registered. And in case if there is a requirement of any sort of vaccination by your family members as well, your siblings, your parents, even your grandparents, we are arranging every week vaccination camp at our campus as well. So this way we want to facilitate, reason being, in case if we are in a position to make some difference in our lives as well as in the life of others, definitely it will be a really useful effort by all of us. In case if we all are going for the vaccination, it means we are doing something for the community. It means first we are safeguarding us, and definitely by safeguarding us, we are safeguarding others as well. So we are all here to support you with regard to this. So my humble request and appeal to all the students, all the participants, please go ahead and get yourself registered for the vaccination and all that. Apart from this, I think the need of the hour is, reason being, in case if we say the lockdown is only the solution, lockdown is not only the solution, but if we are adhering some of the norms, just like wearing of mask and maintaining the social distancing of 6 feet, 2 गज की दूरी जिसको हम बोल रहे हैं, तो these are really very important apart from the sanitizer and all that. But washing your hands, etc., that is more important at frequent intervals of time. So, my dear students, the second one thing I want to share with all of you, now Monday onwards, I will start interacting with all the classes separately. In this case, the requirement will be, I think, in case if some of the students, they are facing any of the difficulties while studying or something, you can discuss your points. Suppose in some of the lectures, the syllabus is going fast or something lesser, or any of the issue, in case if you are facing, you can reach out to me. From your class teacher in charges, you can get my WhatsApp number in case if you want to note it right now. It is 93351. I am repeating, 93351 00008, and you can reach out to me for any of your queries. And in case If some student is facing any other issue related with the medication, about any of the oxygen, we are here to provide certain help, and we can provide you the one kind of facility in case anyone falls short of any of the area. APJ education is going for arrangement of a certain amount of given vaccination, as well as for the medicines basically required for the medication as well. We will reach out to you, but Monday onwards, when I will start interacting with all of you in your different classes, definitely we will discuss some of the points. Now, the third one area, the multi-skill disciplinary certification. I used to know students sometimes they discuss like we are having 5 subjects, 6 subjects, but apart from this, what we are doing, this more and more burden is there. But my dear students, just to share with all of you, we are really working hard for as per the new education policy being issued by the central government. What it states, new education policy, it states that apart from whatever the degree students they are doing, that may be the technical, that may be the non-technical, maybe the BBA, BCA, BCom, or MBA, or MCA, or even the BTech program, student must be well versed with the different skill sets. Reason being, in coming times, in competitive scenario later on, whatever extra you are going to get, that sort of certification will matter a lot. For example, you are attending one course on life skills, so certification will be given to you. Definitely, at some point of time, it is going to help you by having by scoring some of the marks while appearing for the interviews, or wherever you are in a position to display some of your abilities. So, मेरी एक बेटा advice है for all the students. आप मान के चलो कि in life at different point of times, what will matter, whatever you are learning during the entire journey, that will matter a lot. कई बार हमें लगता है कि what we are supposed to learn out of the life skills, that may be the self awareness, empathy, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, effective communication, interpersonal relationship, etc, etc. But all these points, when you are in a position to learn something a bit out of something, definitely at some stage of time you will get certain sort of benefit out of it. Suppose after that you are going to get one certificate, you are putting it in your resume, and you are appearing for any of the interview, and interviewer is asking some question. You have attended this course, what is your learning? In case if you are able to say one paragraph on this, even then that will matter a lot. So my point is ki when you are learning something, definitely or any degree, during the degree, if you are learning from your friends, you are learning something from your parents, you are learning something from the faculty, you are learning something from the community, every bit of thing matters a lot in future. So my request to you all, ki at least try to understand the concept. In case if you are not able to understand it, later on you can raise a lot of questions, and later on you can reach out to the resource person. Definitely everyone here at APJ Institute of Management and Engineering is going to help you out. And my best wishes to all, and my congratulations to Dr. Rajan Chaudhary for taking the first initiative with regard to the multi-skill disciplinary certification. A team of 2 dedicated faculty members, Dr. Neha and Kamal Karleen, they are really working hard. The topics, all the faculty members, they have given their required topics for the same. And after these 3 certifications, we are reaching out with you a lot of another certifications in the days to come. But mind it, all these sort of certifications will matter a lot to all of you. My best wishes to all of you. Monday onwards, see you again. So now I am going to the next one, multi-skill disciplinary certification. So my best wishes, good luck to each and everyone present here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, sir. Now we can start with our course, that is on life skills. I'm audible to all? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Right, right. You can see on the slide, it is displaying the contents which we are going to cover in this particular course, that is on life skills. If we talk about life skills, 10 life skills are most important. You are going through your degrees. Some of you are doing BTech, MBA, BBA, BCA, BCom, right? You are covering the syllabus. You are going through so many of these subjects, and you are going to be an expert in your respective areas. Those areas may be business analytics, maybe IT, maybe marketing, maybe finance, maybe HR, maybe machine learning, maybe artificial intelligence, etc., etc. But along with those expertise, along with those expert areas, you need to have, and you need to know, and you need to explore what else is required at the life front, so that you get trained, you get prepared, you get equipped to manage the different routine tasks in life so smoothly. So that is the emphasis of these life skills, to make you people better leaders, to make you people better executives, to make you people better strategists for the coming of your life. And reason being, you are going to join the workforce tomorrow. And in the organization, so many of the expectations are going to be from your side. You need to be confident. You need to be good in communication. You need to be that good in taking initiatives. You need to be willing in learning so many as per the changing scenario. You need to be that punctual. You need to be that convincing. You need to be that good in expression. You need to be that good in interaction, in dealing with people, in directing people, in knocking the minds of people, and getting the work done from people. So this way, as I said, so many of the expectations are going to be there from the organization side. So it is the right time to explore where do you stand, how you are doing, how you are performing, what about your strong areas, what about your lacking areas, what is the demand of the market, what are the expectations of the organizational people, and accordingly, question is, individually you need to ask yourself whether you are going to meet all these expectations or not. So these life skills, right, these are going to knock your mind that this is what, this is required, this is required, this is required. And you need to be with the question mark. Individually, you have to explore. What about skill one? That is self-awareness. Skill two, empathy, question mark. Skill three, critical thinking. Skill four, creative thinking. Skill five, decision making. Next, problem solving. Next, effective communication. Then interpersonal relationship. Next, coping with stress. Then coping with emotions. In simple words, it looks all right. It looks, this is general. It looks, it belongs to me. It looks, it is related to me. I will manage, I will do. But practically, when we go for all this is very challenging. Reason being, we are having, individually, we are having this box. And we are not machines that we are with the button on and off. We cannot do that. We have to control this box on our own. We have to know this box on our own. We have to analyze this box on our own. And we have to make out, and we have to understand what about these, which is the requirement in me. So let us explore about these life skills, right? And this slide is talking about learning outcomes, that on completion of this particular course, you as an individual, you as an individual participant, you must be with the learning. What? One, understand self and others. Second, practice emotional intelligence. Third, improve upon conceptual skills. Another, learn professional skills. Next, understand social interaction. Next, become competent executive for future organization. So this is actually the emphasis to make you competent. This is actually the emphasis to make you ready to manage your life at both the fronts. That may be your official front or professional front, or that may be your personal front, right? Now, starting with this, this slide is talking about, before actually touching about the skills, right? Let us start with the two words. What two words? Life skills. Now, first slide is talking about give a pause, think. Question is, what is life? Let us explore the theoretical meaning of this. Life is the aspect of existence that processes, acts, reacts, evaluates, and evolves through growth. Now, the point is, from the first till the last breath of our life, what is time available individually? Underline the word individually available to all of us. That is our life. Now, the question is, all right, this is the meaning. Now, the question is, you as an individual sitting at your place, you have to explore or you have to ask yourself, what about the quality of my life? What about the making the life happening life? What about enriching the life? What about making the life productive life? Who will do all this? The answer you need to explore, the answer you need to search for, that if we are talking about life, what about its quality? What about adding value every day to life? So this is the term that is life. Second term, that is skill. Now the point is tough competition is there. Industry or the organizations are with those expectations. Now the point is you are in first semester or you are in fourth semester, you are in the sixth semester. You need to be awakened. You need to be aware. You need to be what? You need to be searching over here. What about my box? What about the skills I possess? This is going to be the expectation of the organizational people, right? Whether I'm possessing the right skills in me, do I have the competency and do I have that preparation regarding the skills which are going to be of importance or in the working of the organization when I will be part there in the concern, right? Then next comes the life skills. Two words, life skills. Life skills. What skills are important in our overall life? That may be professional life, that may be personal life. Let us explore the meaning, that is theoretical meaning. Life skills is a term used to describe a set of basic skills acquired through learning, direct life experience that enable individuals, underline the word enable individuals and groups to effectively handle issues and problems. Underline the word handle issues and problems commonly encountered in daily life. So the point is, we are supposed to learn. We are supposed to know. We are supposed to explore. We are supposed to search. What about these life skills? And how these life skills are going to help us? These skills are very important in everybody's life. But the point is, individually, we have to work out how these are going to help us. These are going to help us in making us better individuals. These are going to help us in learning learning what? Learning about life and how to solve problems. These are going to teach how to cooperate, how to go for stress management, how to go for decision making, how to go for creative thinking, critical thinking, and how to come to know about oneself. So that way, these life skills are of importance in everybody's life. Now, this is skill one. Just give me a minute. I have to. Okay. Now, this is skill one. That is what? That is self-awareness. Now, I'm talking about the theory. I'm going through the lines only. And you need, sitting at your place, you need to relate this theory with yourself. And you need to come out with so many of the questions. And you individually need to answer to those questions. If you're talking about self-awareness, means talking about what? Talking about, question is, are we aware about what? About own self? That is the question. You ask yourself, what about your knowledge of yourself? Now, the point is that if we are talking about two words, let us start with the first word. That is what? That is self. That is self. Now, the point is we need to know that before touching the self, right, we need to come to know that we are what? We are the individual identities. Rajan, one identity. Namit Jain, second identity. Umesh, right? Surbhi Sharma, Surbhi Batra, Manish Thakur, Vishal, right? All of you or all of us are with these individual identities. Now, the point is, are we aware? Question to everyone. Are we aware that this individual identity is having two components? One is self and one is body, right? One is self and one is body. Now, I'm talking about the theory. You relate this critically with yourself, right? If two components are there, self and body. What two components? Components of this identity which we are having, which we are possessing, or which we are blessed with from Almighty. Right? Now, if we are talking about self and body, now you answer to yourself, what is the emphasis of all of us? Emphasis in most of the times remains on the body, the one component of the identity. We what? We polish this outer body, right? We decor this outer body. We try to impress with this outer body. We try to love to have those branded clothes accessories to wear to give a coverage to this outer body, right? We love to have delicious food. Purpose is to what? To give a taste to this particular body. We want what? Those bungalows for what? For sheltering of this particular body. So if we are so engrossed in all this, point is or emphasis is that our tawajjuh is what? Or our emphasis is on the one component only. That is what? That is body, body, body. Right? And in most of our life, majority of us remain engrossed in this only. In what? In accumulation of the physical facilities to make comfort to what? To body. Is this clear? Now, the question is we are going to talk about skill one, that is self awareness. But do we have the knowledge of this particular identity which is possessing these two components, body and self? We are getting ignorant or we remain ignorant or we never try to explore that these two components are there. And these two components demand or ask for different food. But we remain busy in feeding what? In feeding the body only. We remain unaware or we remain ignorant. What is the food or meal of the self? That is the question mark. Reason being, the food or the meal of the self is different from the meal or the food of the body. So we need now first take you people have to note down that what about underline the word this what that is self. You or we all need to what need to focus on this second component also, which is what which is not that taken care by majority of us. So let us explore what is the food of this second component. That may be meditation, that may be giving right thoughts, that may be inculcating the positivity, right? That may be what inculcating the right understanding. When all this as a food, we will be feeding to the second component, that is self, then only we will be in a position to make a balance of our this identity. Then only we will be confident that yes, I'm taking care of my complete package. I'm taking care of what? I'm taking care of my body and I'm taking care of myself. And then only we will be what? We will be confident. What confidence? That I'm giving a right feed or meal to myself. And that self will be encouraging my body to know what is right and what is wrong. That will guide me. That right understanding will guide me. What is the direction to go? What is the right path to follow? What is going to be my destination? What is going to be my purpose in my life? What I can contribute for what? For everyone or for all concerned in a better way. So if we are aware of all this critical aspect, then we can what? Then we can reach to this particular skill one. That is what that is self-awareness. Is this all right up to here? Everyone getting up to
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. All right. Now the point is moving next. Let us start with the video, which will be making clarity on self-awareness again, along with my talk, right? Is this visible to all? Video is visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Now kindly concentrate and work out what is the message in the video. Video voice is audible to all?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Give me a minute. I'm checking the audio. Okay, I think some technical point is there. Emphasis of this video was also the same as I said in theory, that we need to explore, right? We need to emphasize on individual self, right? We need to open the box from here. We need to know, right? Where do we stand individually? That is actually the emphasis of this particular video, right? Now moving next. This slide is talking about that to know more about self, what components we can explore, right? You need to be knowing about yourself on 5 parameters or 5 components you can explore. One, it is emotional intelligence. Second, core self-evaluation. Third, values. Fifth, learning styles. And next is attitude towards change. Am I audible to all?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Right, right. Now see, this is the term that is emotional intelligence. Now two words are there. That is what that is emotional intelligence. Means emotionally you need to be intelligent. point is, or emphasis from your side should be that train yourself, right? To what? To get emotionally intelligent. Reason being, today you are a student and tomorrow you will be part of an organization. You will be working there in the organization. You need to be aware of what about various emotions you have. Those may be what? Those may be anger, maybe frustration, maybe depression, maybe laughter, etc., etc. But what is the key skill over here? That you need to be aware of how to control those emotions. Reason being, you will be working there in the organization and there you will be playing so many varied roles, right? You will be playing the roles of a superior or as a colleague or peer or as a subordinate. The point is, in different roles, your behavior must be different. You need to be that adaptable and flexible in your nature so that you will be in a position to act and behave as per your role. Now, the point is, if you will be acting as a superior, right, your personality must be dominated by the parent ego. Then only you will be acting as what? As a superior, as a leader, as an elder. And you will be in a position to make a knock on the minds of the subordinates. You will be in a position to inspire subordinates, direct subordinates, communicate to subordinates, right? Motivate subordinates, bring back the subordinates on the right track and get the work done from the subordinates, right? So then another role you will be playing, that may be as a colleague, as a peer. So that way, emotionally, you need to be intelligent to know that as a peer, as a colleague, what is my role? How I need to interact, how I need to behave, how I need to deal with my colleagues. So that way, you need to be with that logical sense. You need to be that rational. You need to be that good in giving your point of view, right? And third, you may be playing the role or you may be as a subordinate. Now, the point is, as a subordinate, you need to make yourself clear. Emotionally, you need to be intelligent how to behave as a subordinate. So your personality must be dominated by child ego, right? You need to be good in listening. You need to be polite. You need to be respectful, right? You obey the instructions of the higher authorities. When this flexibility will be there, automatically, this will help you there in the organization when you will be what? When you will be playing different varied roles. That may be role of a superior or of a colleague or of a subordinate. So this particular component, that is emotional intelligence, is very suggestive and what is knocking your minds. What about this in you? Are you aware of this? And are you emotionally intelligent to control your emotions? Are you aware what your behavior is, how you behave? Have you prepared or trained yourself to behave in a required manner in a right situation? That is the emphasis, right? Now, how to practice emotional intelligence? Being able to accept criticism, being able to move on after making a mistake, being able to say no when you need to, right? Being able to share your feelings with others. Now, the point is, all this is theory. To each point, you need to make a question. What about me if somebody is criticizing? Right? The point is, take that criticism positively. That criticism may be of help to you in further improvement in future. What about mistake if you have done with? I mean, no problem. That is done now. Now the point is, what is your behavior? Behavior should be modified behavior that you need to make yourself understand. Let us learn from that mistake or those mistakes, right? Then what about your feelings? Do you have the capacity to what? To share your feelings? Then what about the problem solving? If any problem or any issues are there in life, you feel so depressed, or on the other hand, you take it as a challenge that yes, I have this issue, this problem. I will what? I have the capacity, I have the competency to what? To solve that problem. Then you what? What about empathy for people? What about the listening skills? Means when you will be exploring these, you will what? You will be practicing the emotional intelligence. Now, what is the suggestion over here? That this will help you people in knowing more and more about you. Main skill is we are talking about, that is self-awareness. So to get more aware of the self, this is the one component, that is emotional intelligence. That gentlemen, today you are a student. You need to start exploring what about is your intelligence related to your emotions. When as an individual, you will be knowing your emotions, you will be knowing your behavior, you will be controlling your behavior and emotions, then only, right? Then you will be ready to manage the show there in the organization while dealing with the people, right? So this is how to improve your emotions. Already we have discussed so many of the points. Listen, empathize, and reflect. Now, characteristics of emotionally intelligent people. Okay, now these all are the critical points. You relate each point with yourself and you will come to know more about yourself, right? And you will what? You will get exploration of yourself. Emotionally intelligent people pay attention to what they are feeling. Do you? They understand how other people feel. Do you? They are able to regulate their emotions. They are motivated. They have great social skills. They are willing and able to discuss feelings with others. Now, this is all theory, but we individually need to learn from this theory. That what about me if I'm talking about my emotional intelligence? More as an individual, I will be exploring, or you as an individual, you will be exploring you will be directing or you will be leading towards what? The skill one. And what skill one is talking about? That is self-awareness, and which is of importance to make yourself fit for the future purpose, right? Now, all can see this slide. That is quiz time,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
right? Now, I'm going to give a link of this. Everybody get ready to go for this quiz, right? You will be attempting this quiz, you will be getting the score, and you will be getting the analysis also. And that is only for you. You will come to know about that how you are, right? As such, emotional intelligence is concerned. So I am giving this link there in chat. Give me a minute. I hope everybody got has this particular link.
Yes, ma'am.
Now go to this particular link. Everybody attempt the quiz, get the score, get the description. You will come to know about your individual emotional intelligence. So let us start with this. Hurry up.
राजन मैम आपका म्यूट है
Okay. Now my request to faculty also, kindly go for this quiz. This is interesting.
राजन मैडम आपका सिस्टम
Yes.
म्यूट है.
हाँ आपका सिस्टम म्यूट है मैम, इसको अनम्यूट कीजिए.
आवाज नहीं आ रही?
अब आ गई
आ
मैम।
रही आ रही आ रही मैडम, आ रही।
Okay, fine. My request to faculty also, kindly go for this particular test. In routine, we remain that busy. With this, we can come to know what about our emotional intelligence. Individually, everybody will be getting the score and description, and that will be of help in what? In knowing what about this skill in us individually and where there is need to improve, right? And accordingly we will be giving time to ourselves in coming of the days, coming of the semesters. You as students, you will be what? You will be improving upon this. The reason being, this is going to help you people when you will be part of any of the organization. Hope everybody is understanding and attempting the questions. Okay, hurry up. This is the session, and in the session we are doing this exercise, but in routine we must spare some time to go for such personality tests, emotional intelligence tests, just to know where do we stand and what about this particular skill in us. Reason being, this way more the work we will be doing on ourselves, we will be polishing, we will be grooming for the future purpose. That should be your emphasis, and this way you will be learning in routine. Okay, hurry up, hurry up. You can unmute and you can respond back if it is done. Okay, let me check. Okay, thank you, Anu ma'am. Thank you so much. I mean, you all can respond through chat also, right? This way, I mean, in sessions, in our routine life, when we will be practicing like this, the theoretical aspect we will be learning, which is of importance for every one of us in our routine life, right? We will be training ourselves accordingly and we will come to know what is. Let me check in the chat box. Okay, Punveer core done. Okay, Punveer, you must have got the result also, right? And in the result you are getting the scores as well as the description. That is for your individual purpose, right? Pooja ma'am, thank you so much. Done. Okay. Dhaval, done. Okay, great job, done. Point is, this is just the individual. Surbhi Sharma, Namit Jain, okay, all done. Okay, fine. Surbhi, Namit, Dhaval, right? All of you, Ajvinder sir, done. Okay, that's great. That's great. Manisha, done, ma'am. Okay. Now the point is, Rajneesh Arya sir, thank you so much. Done. Okay. Mahak done. Okay. Anjali Kumari done. Right, right. Kanika ma'am, thank you so much. Done with this. Abhinav Mittal, right. Manya done. Manya, too good. Rakhi done. Rakhi, okay. Rakhi, you may get many of the suggestions from this exercise. You know you need to improve on many of the aspects, so you can get the idea. Jasmine, okay, done. Right, right. So like this. Now, after doing this, all of you or who have done with the exercise, Simranjeet done, okay. Ravneet Bajaj, okay, done, fine. Okay, okay. Now the point is when we will be doing such exercises, even we remain that busy, we are having the hectic schedules, you are having the hectic timetables, but if we are focused, if we are determined, if we want to grab the opportunity or opportunities which are going to be scarce, we are supposed to give time to such exercises. Surbhi Batra done, okay. Munish Thakur done, right? Okay, okay, fine. Can we proceed further now? Prince Gupta, okay, done. Okay, okay, majority have done. Okay, no problem. We are having time. Rest can attempt, right? As I was conveying, even we are having the hectic schedules, you people as students are having the hectic timetables, but set or fix a timetable for your grooming, for your development, for equipping yourself for the placements, for the industry requirements. Okay, Sukhmeet Kaur done, Prince Gupta done, Navleen Kaur done. Okay, that's great. That's great. Point I'm saying done, but you are having the result with you. You are getting or you have got the result, that score after this particular test. And along with that score, you must have got the description also. Vishali Shira done. Okay, Sachin done. Now the point is what you need to keep over here. You need to learn from this test that where do I stand as such this particular component of my self-awareness that is concerned. That is emotional intelligence, right? What about my behavior? What about my preferences? What about my emotions? What about my feelings? And what about controlling all these as per the requirement? Shubkarman Singh, okay, done. Kashish, done. Okay, that's great. And it is done, fine. Answer is done. But Raghav Jindal, okay, done. I mean, the main emphasis should be to keep a note. You are having your copy with you, you are having with your pen with you. Note down this, that I got this or these scores in these parameters related to emotional intelligence, and test is giving this description. When you will be Prajapati, Kiran Prajapati done. Okay, when you will be emphasizing on that description, which is very suggestive to all of us individually. Individually we have to see, right, what about the suggestions, right, of this particular test, where do I stand as such this parameter is concerned, and where there is a need to improve upon that way, then it will be of importance. Damini done. Okay, Sunny Gulati sir, so thank you so much. Done. Okay, when we will be keeping the score in mind and when we will be working on this for future to improve upon this particular skill, then only such discussions, such sessions, such tests or such exercises, they will be of importance. Okay, Shivang Divedis, thank you. Done. But Shivang, keep what is the suggestion, what is the score, and accordingly try to improve, try to polish this particular skill and groom for the future purpose. Kavita ma'am, thank you so much. Done with it. Okay, all right. All right. Okay. Okay, okay. Neha ma'am, thank you. Thank you so much. You are done with the exercise. Now the point is all of us, we are done with this exercise, or majority of us are done with this exercise. It is not only the tests. It is not only the exercises, the quizzes from where we need to learn. In routine, we interact, we deal with others, we communicate with others, right? We have the dealing with others. Now the point is we can learn from each other also. live we are working in the organizations, how one is behaving, how one is interacting, how one is dealing, how one is deciding, how one is managing what, managing people, managing situations. And when we will be the keen observers, and when we will be what, when we will be willing to learn, it is not only these tests, live we can learn from others. But what is important, that willingness to learn is important, that positive attitude to learn is important. So that way, that way we what should be the learning from this, that we are supposed to make learning the continuous learning, right? So Umesh, done. I suppose majority of us are done with this exercise. Now I can close this exercise, I suppose, and we will be back to our slide. Okay. Now slide is visible to all, I suppose.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Right. Now let me see one message in chat. Sukleen got done. Okay, Sukleen, all good wishes. See the score, see the description, and make out where there is need to improve. Right. Now we are moving further. Hope you have enjoyed this particular quiz.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Right. It is not enjoyment. Enjoyment is not the appropriate word. I must say you must have learned from this particular quiz for future purpose. Okay. Now, this is second. I hope you are getting clear with skill one, that is self-awareness. In self-awareness, we are done with the first component, that was on what? That was on emotional intelligence. All right. Now we are moving further, and this is component two of self-awareness. Purpose or emphasis is to explore more and more, to know more and more about what? About self. Now, this is the second component, right? Regarding self-awareness, which is what? Which is core self-evaluation. Core self-evaluation represent a stable personality trait, underline the word stable personality trait, which encompasses an individual's subconscious fundamental evaluations about themselves, their abilities, and their own control. This all is theory. Now, the point is you need to relate this particular theory with yourself. What about your core self-evaluation, which talks about what? Which talks about in this locus of control. Now, my question is to Umesh Pandey, what about your locus of control? To Navleen Kaur, what about locus of control? Shivang Dwivedi, what about your locus of control? Surbhi Batra, Surbhi Sharma, what about your locus of control? That is the question. So we are going through the theory part, but the point is, what about this in you? If we are talking about locus of control, it may be internal locus of control or it may be external locus of control. Now the audience, all of you, some of you may be with internal locus of control. So those who feel like that, yes, I can do it. I am having the competency. I am confident. I can achieve this. I have so many objectives in life. I can prioritize and I will grab the opportunities and I will make things happen. If this is dominating over here, means you are the individual with internal locus of control. I'm talking about the theory. You relate with yourself. Is this there in you? And if this is there in you, means you are what? You are what? You are getting ready for the industry requirement. And all audience, some of you will be what? Some of you will be with external locus of control. You are waiting. Now I'm talking about the theory. You relate with this theory with your individual self. Is this happening with you? Is this relating to you? Is this talking about you? Then you will come to know what about your core self-evaluation. Now, if I'm talking about the second is talking about what? That is external locus of control. What it is talking about? It is talking about you as an individual, Surbhi Batra, right? Navleen Kaur, Sukhpreet, right? Shivang, Namit Jain, Dhawan, all of you individually. If you as an individual, you are waiting, what you are waiting? Somebody will knock, somebody will provide the opportunity, somebody will train you, somebody will guide you, somebody will motivate you, somebody will what? Will give you spoon feeding. If that is happening, that will what? That will be what? That will be delaying your task. That will be showing that you are what, or your personality is dominated by the second. What is second? That is external locus of control. But you have to focus from the organizational point of view. Today you are a student, you can afford this second, but when you will be part of the organization, their organizational people, they are having the expectations. What expectation? That you need, you as a future manager, as a future strategist, you need to be that quick, you need to be that what? That alert, you need to be that attentive, you need to be that quick strategist. So that way you have to sharpen, you have to know. What? Know yourself. You need to go for this core self evaluation to know more and more about yourself. And if we are talking about this one, that is locus of control, you have to explore what is this, whether internal or external, and try to be a person with internal locus of control. Is this all right to hear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right, all right. Now, second component is talking about what is this? Neuroticism. Are we aware of neuroticism? All theory, but which is of importance. And being tomorrow's executives, we need to have the knowledge of this. Now, let us explore what the term or what the words are talking about. In psychology and development, our broad personality trait dimension representing the degree to which a person experiences the world are as distressing, underline the words, distressing, threatening, unsafe. Now, question is, you have to relate with this theory that what about me? You have to analyze that. That what about this box? If this box is what? Is perceiving world, threatening world, or if that negativity is enforcing here or dominating here, how you will be a successful executive there in the organization? You have to question that, am I suffering from this neuroticism? If answer is yes, right now you are a student and you are having the sufficient time to improve and to come out of this. And you need to what? You need to groom your this box. You need to groom this personality in such a way so that it will what? It will be what? It will be with positive thoughts. It will be with right understanding. It will be with the right knowledge, and it will be focused, determined, and as a result, you will find a new you in you. So this underline the word neuroticism. You should not be suffering from this, right? More you will be clear of this and more you will be refining yourself, keeping this theory in mind, more you will be equipping yourself for the future purpose, and purpose is to reach to your dream organization. And if I say dream organization, underline this word also. Today you are sitting in semester 2, 4, 6, all right. And you have to, what should be focus over here and what should be the determination over here, that you have to jump to your dream organization. And if theoretically we talk about dream organization, answer should be ready to you people individually. Namit Jain must be of the view that yes, my dream organization is going to be Google US, right? Umesh Pandey must be with the dream organization. Yes, I'm making myself ready to jump to what? To Amazon. Navleen Kaur must be ready that yes, I love to join what? I love to join Berger Paints or some others of Surbhi Batra, Surbhi Sharma, Shivang, all of you. Individually, you have to make this clarity to yourself that I'm going to be a what? A future product. Some organization is waiting for me, and organization will be selecting the right candidate for the right job. And now it is the right time to with you people, right time going on, that that you have to go through the clarity of all the theoretical aspects, and from the theoretical aspects you have to make learn, or you have to groom yourself for what? For the industry. More you will be working on yourself today, more you will be like an asset tomorrow there in the organization. Right? Is this clear up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
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 Right. Now, another component, all theory, but this theory is knocking the minds. This theory is making us aware. What aware? We are talking about skill one. What that? That is self-awareness. To get self-aware, these are the knocking points. Now, emotional intelligence, core self-evaluation. In core self-evaluation, what we have discussed, the locus of control, the neuroticism, then the self-efficacy. What about this in you? This is the belief, underline the word belief, in his or her capacity. So right now you are a student, you are having the capacity, the competency act as per your class, as per your semester, as per your age. But you need to be alert, you need to be attentive, you need to be focused, and you need to be aware that I'm going to join this organization tomorrow, right? For that objective, to get it done, you have to what? You have to feed this particular box. This feeding will what? This feeding will improve your capacity. This feeding will what? This feeding will make you more competent day by day. You have to what? Shake your mind, and you have to make yourself ready. What ready? That yes, I have to what? I have to learn on daily basis. And that willingness to learn will make you, or will enable you to improve upon this self-efficacy, right? Now, self-esteem. See the picture. Picture is so confident. This is the picture only. But what about we individually? What about you? And what about this term in you? That is self-esteem. Set your collars. I mean, be with an attitude, but that attitude will come. That sense of personal worth will come. That value, that individual value will come if you are behind the curtain, if you are working that hard for yourself. If you are what? If you are training yourself, if you are grooming yourself, if you are what? Learning day by day, then automatically that will give you a good feeling, and that will improve your self-esteem, right? So with this, we are done with the second component, and that is what? That is core self-evaluation. Is this clear up to here? All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Right,
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Now, okay, fine. Now, just to recall, what recall? We are talking about self-awareness. Under self-awareness, we have talked about two components. One, emotional intelligence. We have done with the quiz also. You as an individual come to know what about your individual intelligence with that particular test. Second, we have done, or we are done with the second component, that is core self-evaluation. Core self-evaluation has given you the what? The further points. What about your locus of control? What about your self-efficacy? What about neuroticism in you? What about self-esteem in you? After these two components, what is the suggestive idea or suggestive component which is of importance? That is what? That is values. Now the point is, we are Indian citizens. We are what? We are citizens of a country which is that rich in culture, which emphasizes on the value system in each of our house. That valued culture is being inculcated since childhood. I'm talking about you just recall how your parents are nurturing your souls, how your parents are teaching you about the value system, how your parents are what? Are preparing you people, in making you people better citizens, how your parents are emphasizing that you are going to be future manager, future executive, how your parents are emphasizing and teaching and making you aware that gentlemen, tomorrow you have to be part of any of the organization and you will be with what? With so many of the responsibilities. So you have to what? You have to value these values. Right now the point is, we individually, we are sitting at our individual places, but we individually, we need to learn about these values. You as students, you are what? You are future of the organizations, future of the society, future of the nation. Even make this thing clear to yourself that you are what? You are the person individually who can what? Who can do wonder. Where? In the organizations, in the society, in the nation as a whole. But the point is, all this will happen from your side if you will take initiatives. And all those initiatives will be pushed from here, from this particular box. If this box is full of what? If this box is full of those values will guide you. Those values will what? Will show you the direction. Those values will inculcate the right understanding. Those values will make you realize that as a citizen, as a son, as a daughter, as a student, as an employee, I have what? I have certain responsibilities to go for. And when your personality will be that polished by these values, you will be like an asset to all. Your contributions will be those valued contributions for what? For the betterment of all. And all may be there in your family, all may be there in the organization. Right? You as a future manager, if you are that ethical individual as and acting as an ethical manager, executive there in the organization, your behavior, your actions, right, your decision making, your people management, that will be what? That will be reflected, and that will make an impression on the minds of other people. Other people may be what? Other people may be your colleagues, maybe your subordinates, even maybe the higher authorities, right? When genuinely you will be working hard for the betterment of the organization, you will be giving best for the overall organizational objectives, you will be valued, you will be as an asset to any of the organization. So at present, we are sitting at homes, but this is a very suggestion. Third number. What suggestion? That inculcate these values. What values can be these? These can be honesty, right? Integrity, love, affection, trust. All these are the values which are of importance for all the relationships. Those relationships may be what? Maybe at the professional front. Those relationships may be at the personal front. This particular third point is going to help you people individually to make you a complete package for the future. Right? Is this clear up to here?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Right. All right. Now, this is going to be the short video. Now, this is going to be short video about values. Let us explore what is the suggestion from this side, right? I think again, voice is not there. Give me a minute only.
Values. Values are individual beliefs that motivate people to act one way or another. They serve as a guide for human behavior. Generally, people are predisposed to adopt the values that they are raised with. People also tend to believe that those values are right because they are the values of their particular culture. Ethical decision-making often involves weighing values against each other and choosing which values to elevate. Conflicts can result when people have different values, leading to a clash of preferences and priorities. Some values have intrinsic worth, such as love, truth, and freedom. Other values, such as ambition, courage, and responsibility, describe traits or behaviors that are instrumental as means to an end. Still, other values are considered sacred and are moral imperatives for those who believe in them. Sacred values will seldom be compromised because they are perceived as duties rather than as factors to be weighed in decision-making. For example, for some people, their nation's flag may represent a sacred value, but for others, the flag may just be a piece of cloth. So, whether values are sacred, have intrinsic worth, or are a means to an end, values vary among individuals and across cultures in time. However, values are universally recognized as a driving force in our ethical decision-making.
Okay, so this was all related to values. I hope you have got the idea from this particular point that if we are talking about self-awareness, this particular component is of importance. And at present, you explore what about the package of values in you. If somewhere you feel like that something is missing, right? No problem at all. Point is, you need to inculcate these values. When you will be inculcating these values, I mean, this is going to be uh, for the individual benefit of yours in the long run. All right. Now, this is point 4 or component 4, right? Which is talking about learning styles. Now, every one of us is unique, right? We are having the unique learning styles. Now, if we are talking about learning styles, these may be auditory learning, these may be visual learning, this may be verbal learning, social learning, logical learning, right? Learning, solitary learning, naturalist learning. So this is all theory. Now, the point is from the one word that is learning. First, we as individuals, we need to accept that continuous learning that is of importance. In the market, so many challenges are there, so many changes are there, right? So, according to those challenges, we need to equip as individual students and as individual future managers and executives. When that emphasis will be on learning, then any of the style we can opt for, or we can explore that as such individually. What is my style? Whatever is the style, right? That may be auditory, that may be visual, right? That may be verbal, that may be social, or that may be logical, as I said, or practical, or solitary, or naturalist. Emphasis should be on learning, learning, and learning. Right now, this is fourth component of self-awareness, and you need to make a question mark. What about my learning? One. And what about my learning style? That is two. Right? So moving next, this is 5. Component 5. That is what? That is attitude towards change. Now, you need to make a question mark. This is talking to we all. This is asking we all. What about Ram? Your attitude towards change. Navleen, what about your attitude towards change? Right, Sukhpreet, what about your attitude towards change? Bhavika, what about your attitude towards change? Sarika, what about your attitude towards change? Rimple, what about your attitude towards change? Very simple to write and read, but this is very challenging when practically we see to it. Now, question mark, everybody of you, make a question mark and know yourself and ask yourself, what is my attitude towards change? Now, the point is underline the last word, that is change. change is inevitable. Accept this point that change has to happen. Now, the point is where change has to happen. Now, change anywhere. Change can be there in the system. Change can be there in the rules and regulations. Change can be there in the leadership styles. Change can be there in the methods. Change can be there in the trends, in the fashion, in the customer expectations, in the strategies. So being future managers and executives, you need to have this particular information over here that change may be anywhere, but question will remain with you only. What about your attitude towards change? Now, my audience, so many of you are sitting, we all are sitting at this particular platform, and we are mix of the people. Some of us, what? Now I'm talking to you relate with yourself, whether you fall under one group or you fall under group two. Now, what group one people? They what? They love change. They accept the challenges. They want to learn as per the change, right? They what? They make themselves learn that this is new. New what? New system, new process, new method, new style. All right. And reason being, they have prepared over here that what? That as per the going on scenario. What scenario? That is the competitive scenario. We or individually, I have to cooperate with what? With the organization's changes. And I have to prepare for what? For those changes. And I have to train myself for those changes. When this acceptance, when this positive attitude will be there from employee side towards that change, automatically that will what? That will make a positive impact on the overall performance organization. Reason being, people will contribute in that desired manner. Now, second group. Now, some of us may be of the view, now we need to ask ourselves, we are human beings, we are not that machines or robotics. This happens, right? With human beings. What can be here? What can be dominating over here? That I don't love change. I don't like change, any change. I feel comfortable where I'm working. We love our comfort zones. We don't want to leave our comfort zones. Because we don't want to leave our comfort zones, we are not that interested in learning something new, which is what? Which is the requirement at the professional front. So what we are showing rigid attitude. We are resisting. So that way, this particular component is knocking our minds, and individually we have to explore what this in me. And when we will be coming, when we will be answering to this, we will come to know about the main one skill, that is self-awareness. Is this all right up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am.
All right. Now, this is another emphasis of skill one, that is self-awareness. You all are aware of this particular term. What term is? That is SWOT analysis. Do you do SWOT analysis on regular basis? Are you aware of this analysis? Do you spare time to go for this? Are you getting benefit of this particular analysis? So many of the questions are there. If we are talking about this analysis, as talking about what? The strengths. It looks good. Okay, strengths. But question is, what about my strengths? Namit has to answer, Umesh has to answer, Dhaval has to answer, Supreet has to answer, Sukhpreet has to answer, right? Devansh has to answer, Shivang has to answer. Individually, you have to explore what in you, this as a strong area. And when you will be exploring, you will be coming to know that confidence may be your strength, communication may be your strength, convincing may be your strength, expression may be your strength, interpersonal skills may be your strength. But the point is, are you aware of those strengths? That is the question. Point is, when you will be aware of your strengths, accordingly, you will be what? You will be in a position to what? To utilize those strengths in the right desired manner. Second, weaknesses, lacking areas. Now, as I said, we cannot be that 100%. Reason being, we are human beings. We are not programmed as a robotic. So we can have two lists. One is of strong areas and one is of weaknesses or lacking areas. But the main point is, or what over knocking over here is to all of us, what about your weaknesses? Are you aware of those weaknesses? Again, weakness may be in what? Maybe in stress management. You may be lacking in stress management. You may be lacking in taking the pressure. You may be lacking in meeting the deadlines. You may be lacking in responding in the desired manner to the higher authorities. You may be lacking in decision making. You may be lacking in taking initiatives, etc., etc. But the point is, when individually we will come to know this or these are my lacking areas or weaknesses, then only next step we'll explore that we need individually, we need to go for an action plan to improve upon these lacking areas, right? Then further, what about the opportunities? Are we sleeping? Are we lazy? Are we lethargic? Are we not that aware what is happening around? If this is happening, or if this is the attitude, then this attitude needs to be changed. You need to be attentive. You need to be alert. You need to be with proactive approach. You need to foresee. You need to what? You need to explore what is there in the environment and what various opportunities are available or are there. Mind it, opportunities are always scarce, right? So you need to make yourself aware first about the opportunities, and you need to prepare yourself for what? For grabbing the opportunity in the right. Then only you as an individual and you as an individual executive will be able to survive and compete there in the market, right? Then what next? What about threats? You need to see to it. What about the obstacles on the way? What about the barriers on the way? And when you will be aware of those obstacles, those barriers, those threats, then only you will be what? Making an action plan to solve those, to come out of those, etc., etc. Is this clear up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So this way we are done with what? We are done with the first skill one, that is what? That is self-awareness. Now we are done with all the components, emotional intelligence, core evaluation, right? Then we were talking about the further parameters which you need to be, whether it is values, it is attitude towards change, right? It is the SWOT analysis. Now, all are these suggestions to you people and who you are. Today, you are a student. Tomorrow, you will be working in an organization. So, skill one is what? That is self-awareness. And knocking is what? Get what? Get this skill groomed. Get to know about yourself. And if somewhere you are feeling you are lacking, improve upon that, right? Now, this is skill two, that is empathy. Any idea? Anybody? What about empathy? Can anybody give an idea about empathy term? Anybody from the audience? Make it interactive. Then it will be too good for all of us. You can
And
what?
putting yourself in the shoes of the other person.
Right, right. RSR, thank you for the answer. RSR said putting in other shoes. Anusai ma'am, being in
Yes.
other shoes. Okay, okay. So the point is, this is important. We are human beings. We are not machines, as thrice I have said. Point is, we need to understand. What to understand? We need to understand the perspective of others. We need to listen to others. We need to see what about the opinion of others. When we will be what? When we will be empathetic, our decision making, our people management, our situation management will be accordingly. Now let us see, let us explore what this particular skill 2 is talking about. So this is the theoretical meaning. Empathy is the ability to accurately put yourself in someone else's shoes, to understand the other's situation, perceptions, and feelings from their point of view. So this is easy to write and read, but this is not that easy to practice. But knocking over here, that gentleman, you are what? You are future employees, you are future executives. You need to know about this. Reason being, tomorrow you will be working with people, you will be surrounded by people, you will be what? You will be giving work to people, you will be getting the work from people, right? You will be directing people, you will be motivating people. That way, you need to be empathetic. When you will be empathetic, automatically you will be what? You will be as an asset to all there in the organization. So empathy is seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, and feeling with the heart of another. When this particular skill will be dominating over here, we will believe in win-win approach. And we will what? We will be in a position to inculcate the healthy relationships in the organization, which is what? Which is the need, right? Key skills of empathy. Curiosity must be there. Authentic listening. Now the point is listening. Question is, are you a proper listener, or you love listening to others? Right? Imagination, repeating, and paraphrasing. These are the skills of empathy. Open-mindedness. You need to be with open mind. You need to be what? Encouraging people to participate, to say something, right? Sensitivity to others. All these are the skills which what? Which will help you as a future manager in inculcating this skill. That is what? That is empathy. And the point is, more you will be with this particular skill, that is empathy, more you will be empathetic leader and more you will be of benefit to people and to the organization, right? So this way, this is the skill two, which you need to explore in you and which you need to what? You need to polish in you. Is this all right up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Now see, this is three. That is what? That is critical thinking. Do we need a break over here? We are done with the two skills. RS sir, Anu ma'am, everybody.
Ma'am, a 5-minute breather will work, I think.
Yeah, 10
Yes,
minutes.
ma'am. I think it is better now. We should go for a
Right.
break now.
We will be
can have
there in the meeting
10
only.
minutes.
Right. We will not leave. 5 minutes break. We can have water and tea, whatever we
We will
want.
be joining
And
back
we'll
at
be back.
12:15, ma'am.
Uh,
5 minutes is
right.
this
It
10
is
minutes.
right.
Okay.
Right. 12:15 we will meet again. All right. Thank you, Anu ma'am. Thank you, RS sir. 12:15 we will
Okay,
be
ma'am.
meeting. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's 12:16, I suppose. Okay, it is 12:17. I think we can restart. All need to be back.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, right. Thank you,
Yes,
Rahul
ma'am, we
sir.
can start.
Right. Okay. Now, after having short break, after having glass of water, and after shaking, now we can resit on our seat and we can restart. Okay. Now I'm starting with the skill 3. This is what? This is critical thinking. 2 words, critical thinking. Now the point is today, as repetitively I say in between of my talk, that today you are a student, right? You are having different set of responsibilities. But tomorrow you will be what? You will be part of organization. You will be working there as an executive, as a manager, as a strategist, right? There this box should be what? Should be asked for what coming out with something something critical for the betterment of the organization. So this is the question to you all. What about this particular skill in you, that is critical thinking, right? You are going to be part of the organization. You need to be what? You need to be, give me a minute. Okay, all right. Now I hope slide is visible to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, all right. Now, what is the theoretical meaning of critical thinking? Critical thinking is the ability, underline the word ability, to think clearly and rationally about what to do or what to believe, right? It includes the ability to engage in what? The reflective and independent thinking. Someone with critical thinking skills is able to do the following: understand the logical connections between ideas. This is the theory, right? But the point is, from the practical point of view and being tomorrow's executives, you need to question mark what this in me. Reason being, when you will be part of the organization, you will be asked to strategize. So this box should be that sharpened box. What about the analysis? What about the internal analysis? What about the external analysis? What is going on in the environment? How to collect the information? How to interpret the information? How to make the information meaningful? How to formulate the strategies? What strategy? There is need to modify the strategy, or there is need to change the strategy as a whole. And what in the expert areas, in the marketing, in the finance, in the HR, are in the business analytics, in the machine learning, what in areas separately as an expert. You need to what? You need to work out how critically how critically I can think, I can analyze, and I can give better results for the betterment of the organization. So that way, this is another skill, that is critical thinking, which is of importance. Now, this slide is talking about why critical thinking is important. One, critical thinkers are in high demand in the workplace. Underline the word high demand. Now, the point is you need to ask yourself whether you are going to be that competent as such this skill is concerned. And if this skill is going to be that groomed, that polished, that trained for in you, you will be in high demand. Organizations will ask for, okay, Namit Jain, join, Umesh, join, Supreet, join, Navleen, join. They will be offering you so much in the sense monetary as well as non-monetary. So you need to be what? You need to be aware student. You need to be awakened student. You need to be what? You need to be that willing student to what? To prepare yourself for this future requirement. One of the future requirements. That is what? That is critical thinking. So start what? Start exploring, start knowing what this in you. If you feel confident that this is there in me, I'm what? I'm good in collecting information, analyzing information, decision making, evaluation, right? Etc. etc. Then refine that, polish that. Day by day, you will be what? You will be improving upon this. And if some of you are of the view, this is all missing in me, no problem at all. You come to know about this missing, that critical thinking is not that there in me, no problem. Find out the ways, find out the strategies, that how you will be in a position as a future executive to what? To inculcate this particular skill in you. So being future executive and manager, you need to keep this thing in mind, that this is skill 3. That is what? That is termed critical thinking, which you need to groom in yourself, which you need to inculcate yourself, for which you need to train yourself and prepare yourself. Right? Is this clear up to here?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Right. Now, skill 4, top right, skill 4, that is what? That is creative thinking. Now you are sitting at your home, right? Now you what? You have so much of the information. You can explore as per your preference, as per your interest. And you need to be focused, and you need to be clear that after few years or after completion of this particular program, I will be jumping to that organization, or I will be part of some ABC organization, 1 to 3 organization. There in the organization, you have to at present, you have to work out there in the organization what are going to be the expectations of the organizational people. They means organization people, they need creative people, competent people. So you need to, or this skill is making a question mark, that what about creative thinking in you? Now you can see the picture from this particular box. So many ideas should come out, right? So many strategies should come out. There in the organization, your higher authorities will be asking, right, for this and that. Means those organizations, now you can see, you are management students or you are technical students, you can make out that there is tough competition in the market, right? There is what? One organization is trying to strategize in such a manner to beat the other organization. Or what can be the organizational objectives? Objectives can be to earn profitability, to what? To provide the quality products and services to the customers, to retain customers, to attract customers, right? To have an edge there in the market, to beat the competitor. All these are the objectives of any of the organization, all right. But who is working behind these objectives? You are going to work. Employees are working. Human resources working. So human resources asked to be what? With this particular box, which should be full of creativity, creativity, creativity. Organizations in the market, they emphasize on what? To coming out with the product. Which product? Which is having the unique features in that particular product, which may not be there in the competitor's product. Talk about Apple. You love to have Apple devices. You love to go for the Apple gadgets. Why? Because they made an influence on the customer's mind that we are providing which product, the product which is having the unique features, right? So that way you need to make this thing clear to yourself. This is a particular skill, that is creative thinking, which is going to be asked by the organizations tomorrow. Not organizations tomorrow, you will be going through the criteria, that is selection criteria. When you will be facing your interviewer will be giving you the situations. The gentleman, this is the question, this is the situation, give an answer, respond to this. What about you? Your opinion on this, right? When you will be responding there, when you will be answering there, when you will be giving your opinion there, automatically that will give an idea to the interviewer about your creative thinking. So that way, make this thing clear to yourself that today you are a student, but tomorrow you need to jump to your organization and you need to groom this particular skill in you. That is what? That is creative thinking. Is this all right up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Now, if you will be, all right, if you will be with the creative thinking, what about the benefits? Being mature person, you can make out what is going to be the benefit or benefits if we are going to be creative individually. Ability to create the best solutions. When this box will be opened the box, when this box will be creative box, automatically things will be what? Things will be things in the sense the best solutions will come out of this, right? We will be what? Improvement on problem solving, higher workplace involvement, right? You will be that creative and you will engage people, you will get involved with the people. And that will happen if this particular skill, that is creative thinking, is there in you. So you have to what? You have to focus on this. You have to know this and you have to accept this, that this is one of the skills. What skills? That is life skills, which is emphasizing that, gentlemen, to what? To make value in life and to enrich your life and to make that working and to be more productive at the professional front, you need to what? You need to be with creative thinking. When you will be with creative thinking, automatically those so many ideas will come out of here, which you will be contributing for the betterment of the overall organization, and as a result that will make a positive impact on the overall performance of the organization. Right now, what can be the ways? Otherwise, it is the individual strategy or strategies which one can opt for to what? To develop the creative thinking. But these are just the suggestions which we can explore or which we can go for, and any suggestion may click to any one of us. Right? This can be consumed. Number one, consume different kinds of content. Now, it is our preference. As I said, there is so much of the information on internet. But what about our preference? Our emphasis is to make ourselves creative as such creative thinking is concerned. Then we will be exploring the content that way. YouTubes are there, right? YouTube channels, blogs are there, social media profiles are there, LinkedIn is there, right? The point is we need to learn from that particular content. We can read, we can watch, we can listen to people. The point is knocking here, sending here. What? The content, the input. More the content we will be filling here, more the content input we will be what? Giving to this particular box. Automatically this box will what? This box will be with more and more creative thinking. This is one. So one is consume different kinds of content. All right. Second, keep up with the trends. If you are of the view, I want to remain alone, I feel good alone, and there is a boundary wall, or your shell, you're sitting in a shell and you're sitting in a room and room is bolted from within, then how you will be able to survive? How you will be able to compete? There is tough competition in the market. You have to be awakened, you have to be aware, you have to jump into the market, and you have to make yourself clear what about the going on trends in the environment, what is latest in your field. Underline the word field, area. And field may be what? As I said, it may be artificial intelligence, it may be machine learning, it may be business analytics, it may be human resources, it may be marketing, it may be finance, etc., etc. But the point is these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 subjects which you will be going through for this particular specialization is not suffice. You have to explore what is latest in your area, in your field. And when you will be exploring and when you will be giving to your this particular box, right, automatically you will you will be grooming your this particular skill. That is what that is creative thinking. Try to create something every day. Every day we are having 24 hours, every one of us. But what is making the difference? How we utilize the available hours. Some of us sleep for 10 hours, some of us sleep for 4 hours. That is going to make a difference. Some are of the view, okay, fine, relax. What is the need of exploration? So they relax their whole life. They don't want to come out of the comfort zone. They love their comfort zone and they sit in their comfort zone and they get according to their comfort zone. But the point is, those who are determined, those con-determined, we talk about few names, Sundar Pichai, we talk about Zuckerberg, we talk about Tesla man, Elon Musk, we talk about what? Some of these few names. Why these few names come to our mind? Because these are the people who have made the difference. They are with this creativity. They want to come to what? They think out of the box. And they think that which we even not think of. Right out of the box, they come out with the ideas, with the strategies, with the points which make worldwide people aware. Talk about what? They talk about the electric cars. They talk about the automatic cars. They talk about the battery cars. They talk about the colonies at the Mars, right? They talk about the online businesses, etc., etc. The point is they are human beings like us only. Today you are a student. Why you are not trying to make things happen every day? Purpose or focus will be to what? To sharpen this as such creativity is concerned. More the time you will be devoting on all these aspects, more you will be equipping yourself to what? To make an example yourself for the world. Tomorrow, Namit Jain, so and so, CEO there, right? Umesh Pandey working as CEO there, right? Then Navleen Kaur, then Surbhi Sharma, right? Divansh, all of you individually, you need to be that confident that today we are giving examples of such few people who have done wonder in the world in their respective areas. All right, now it is my turn to show my worth to world, to my parents. I am supposed to fulfill the expectations of mine and my parents and my elders, my teachers, and I will be an example tomorrow for the world. But this all will happen if we will be working on this particular what? Box. And box here is talking about the creative thinking. Be creative. Build a network for creativity. Talk to people, right? Get to socialize. I mean, think creative thinking, technical thinking. Those will help in the constant what? Constant development. Is this clear up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay, all right. Now let us see another short video on creative thinking. Then we will be getting the message out of this.
Imagine you are hungry and all you have at home is a coconut, some rice, and an egg. If you have no clue and zero creative thoughts, you'd probably eat the raw egg with unboiled hard rice while staring at the coconut. If, however, you have memories of your dad cracking the coconut and your mum boiling the rice, your brain can connect the dots and form a new creative idea. You boil the rice in
I will be asking question after this.
the egg and add coconut mix. Voila! Enjoy your meal. Creativity is our ability to look at a problem and come up with a good solution to solve it. Once we understand this, we realize that it has nothing to do with the subject matter, job, or what we study. There are creative inventors and creative artists, but there are also very creative cleaners and highly creative teachers. People we worship for their creativity often just connect different ideas in a beautiful new way and make them commercially successful. While all of us are creative, we differ in the way that we are and to what extent. Michael Keaton came up with the adaptation innovation theory. He believes that when we solve problems, we are either more adaptive or more innovative. People who are more adaptive creative try to do things better. People who are more innovative, creative, try to do things differently. To solve a specific problem, say that of smelly cat litter, both types would use a different approach. More adaptive types look for a solution inside the box. They might try to create better cat litter by looking at its chemical properties, then increase the size of the sand particles, and finally add some refreshing tropical scent. More innovative creatives think outside the litter box. They come up with cat diapers, cat schools for good manners, or a robo-cat. But there are also other differences. Psychologist J.P. Guilford and some others argue that there is divergent and convergent thinking. More divergent thinkers are better at coming up with lots of ideas when they see a problem. Convergent
I think some technical issues there with this particular video, but we have seen up to 3 minutes video. Can anybody answer what about this video? I mean, what is the suggestion in this particular video? Up to here. What is the emphasis of this video on creativity? Can anybody respond?
No, as such, it is rotating. It's still on the buffer mode.
Haha. That's why I'm saying, Rahul sir, there may be some technical issue.
It's better than if anyone would do it by
Okay.
themselves. A murder mystery experiment involving two groups of students shows how creative diversity works. Group A was full of students from the same background. Group B was also all similar, but joined by one single stranger. The students from Group A enjoyed the process and felt like they worked together very well. The students in Group B didn't like having a stranger in their team. But they solved the mystery twice as fast and won the race. The researchers concluded that the stranger added a new perspective, making the group think harder and making them more careful of drawing fast conclusions or falling into groupthink. The result was a more intelligent problem-solving process. If we want to become more creative, we first have to build a collection of knowledge and memories, ideally by seeking new experiences. Only then can we increase the dots in our brain that we can connect. Clayton Christensen from Harvard Business School recommends that parents should fix things at home all by themselves. Their children then learn that problems can be solved by ourselves and in many different ways. Jack Matson, professor of creativity at Penn State University, recommends to dress for failure. This gives us a new perspective and the ability to play new roles. Mark Schwinn, founder of Minute Videos, suggests practicing saying yes. Because whenever we say yes, we open the door to new experiences. Can you help me? Want to try my ice cream? Can I talk to you? Yes, yes, yes. We recommend you do one thing you have never done before every day for at least 1 week, maybe a month. Call your weird aunt, talk to a stranger, eat using your left hand, or take a really, really cold shower. Every evening, write down what you did and what you've learned from it. Start with the first new thing right now and share your experience in the comments below right after.
Okay. Hope you have got an idea from the video. Can anybody share? What about learning from the video? So many suggestions have been given over there also. Anybody? Anybody? You can even write in the chat also. Okay, Surbhi Batra has answered. Too good, Surbhi Batra. Yes, yes. Right. All right. Anybody else wants to speak on creative thinking? Then we will be moving to next skill. Surbhi Sharma can speak on creative thinking. Anybody? Surbhi Sharma is there, I suppose. Okay, Kanika Chopra ma'am, raise the hand. Okay, Kanika ma'am, you want to speak on this? Thinking process. Right, Virender sir, all right. I perceive divergent thinking process. Okay, all right. Okay. Now the point is, this response of everyone is also showing about creativity, right? Creativity is what? That hair, outflowing, responding, that quickness. RS sir, out of the box. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Namit, it basically tells us to think something out of the box that seems something creative. Yes, yes. The point is, we people sitting here as a group, right, as a class, as attending session. But the point is, we have to manage so much at the profession individually, so much at the professional fronts as well as at the personal fronts. So, what is the suggestion over here? That we need to what? We need to be with the creative thinking. When we will be with this particular skill, automatically we will see the things from different perspective, and we will create something differently to manage shows at both the fronts, that is at personal front as well as at the professional front. All right. Now this is okay. Another message is there, I suppose. Jasmine, okay, it is a way of looking at problems or situations from a fresh perspective to conceive of something new, right? Too good, Jasmine. Point is, it depends on this particular box, how we look at the problems and what solutions come out of the box, right? That is going to make a difference. All right. Now, moving further, this is skill 5, that is decision making. Now, we all are individuals. Some of you are students, my colleagues are there. We are having our life as what? As broader life. And we are managing, all of us, we are managing so many aspects at the professional front as well as at the personal front. The point is, we need to what? Now, we need to what? We need to teach us individually. What about decision making in me? There is another answer. Let me check. Vanessa, okay, abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable humans to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of life. Too good, Vanessa, keep it up. Yes, that is actually the purpose, that students must what? Must get what is there in the theory, and students must be with the question mark, what this theory is talking to me or conveying to me or suggesting to me. That question mark will help you people when you will be exploring and giving answers to yourself regarding what, regarding all this, automatically something will come over here, and that will that will help you people in your individual grooming. Umesh has also answered, right? Key learning of this video is everyone have some same thing, but creative thinking, use all things in a very efficient and productive way. That is going to make a difference, right, Umesh? All right. Now, we are going to focus on the fifth skill. That is what? That is decision making. As I said, we as human beings, we are managing so much in our routine life. So we need to explore this also with question mark. Now, what about decision making skill in me? Umesh should answer to himself. What about decision making skill in me? Right? Sukhpreet, answer decision making skill in me. Rama must answer decision making skill in me. Question mark. When you will be exploring, when you will be knowing about this skill in you, then you will come to know what about this in you and where you are lacking as such this aspect is concerned and where there is need to improve upon. Now let us start with the meaning part. Decision making skills show your proficiency in choosing, underline the word choosing, between two or more alternatives, right? You can make decisions once you process all the information available to you and speak with the right points of contact involved in a certain situation. So this is the theoretical meaning if we are talking about the term that is what, that is decision making. And this is the fifth skill which is of importance in everybody's life at the professional front as well as at the personal front. You need to be able to collect the information. You need to be able to what, make alternatives, and you need to be able to analyze those alternatives, and you need to be able which alternative is going to be that feasible and effective and for your purpose. So that way that will help all of us in what, in going for decision making, right? This is Eisenhower matrix. Eisenhower was the 34th president of United States, right? From this to this, right? He has given this particular matrix, which is what, which is emphasizing on decision making. Now the point is we all are individuals and we can see to this matrix, we can see the theoretical aspect, and we can get the ideas from this particular matrix, and we can what, we can we can add to what, to this particular skill, that is decision making. Now this particular matrix is talking about four quadrants, right? On upper side, top side, it is talking about urgent, not urgent. Left side, not important, important. So we have to be very analytical and we have to make what things are urgent and important, right? Do those, do it. Now what is written over there? Do it which are the urgent and important aspects. Examples: finishing a client project, submitting a draft article, responding to some emails, picking up your sick kid from school. Urgent and important. You as an individual, you have to work out, you have to categorize, you have to make out what is urgent and important, right? Second, not urgent but important. Schedule it. Now, what can be the examples? Strategic planning, professional development, networking, exercise. These are the those points for which you have to decide, which are not urgent but which are important for the long run. Third, third is talking about that this is what, this is urgent, not important. Delegate those. You need to decide upon these aspects, what is urgent and important, what is not urgent and important. And now third quadrant is talking about it is urgent but not important. Then delegate it. It may be what? It may be uploading blog posts, maybe scheduling, maybe responding to some emails, meal preparation, etc., etc. Now, fourth quadrant is talking about not urgent, not important. But the point is, this is only the matrix which is knocking our mind that, gentlemen, see, these are the quadrants. Whether we are aware of these quadrants, whether we are grouping in routine about our decisions in our life, right? What fourth is not urgent, not important. What can be those? The social media, watching TV, video games, eating junk food. These are not important, not urgent. So delete these. Why we are not deleting these? So this way, from this particular matrix, we can get an idea about the decision making skills, right? Now, this is different types of decision-making skills. We may be deciding relating to problems, solve those problems. Here, all the skills which we have discussed are what are linked here. If you are talking about problem-solving skills, your critical skills, your creative skills are helping to solve the problems. You decide so many things to solve the problems. So that way, this is problem-solving decision-making. Leadership. Now, what about leadership? It is defined as the act of organizing several employees within organization, and good leadership can establish a consensus about a particular decision. If you are an empathetic leader and you are watching a team, your decision making will be what will be influenced by that empathy you are having. So that this is another decision making related to leadership. Then related to reasoning, related to intuition, related to teamwork. So these are different types of decision-making skills, problem-solving, leadership, right? Reasoning, intuition, and teamwork. All right. I hope up
Yes,
to
ma'am.
here this all is clear,
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
right? Okay. Now this is the slide, last slide, which is talking about quick recap what we have discussed today. One, we have discussed in detail skill one, self-awareness. Skill two, empathy. Skill three, critical thinking. Skill
कल मैं
four,
गिन नहीं
creative
लेती उसको
thinking.
बहुत
Skill
करना है
five,
रास्ता
that is
बिठाना
what
ही
that
है
is decision making. Now the point is this way, this is the package, this is the suggestion or suggestions, or these are the life skills in module one, which we have discussed today. Now, this is the advice to all of you that we all, in underline the word individually, we need to know about these skills in us individually. What about self-awareness in us? What about empathy in us? What about critical thinking in us? What about creative thinking in us? And what about decision making skill in us? And we need to keep in mind, you all, students especially, you need to keep in mind that you are going to be the future manager, future strategist, future executive for any of the organization. So you are supposed to what? You are supposed to inculcate, you are supposed to groom all these in this particular box. Get self-aware, get empathetic, get that good in critical thinking, get that proficient in creative thinking, and be good in decision making. All right. So that way, thank you all and hope you like today's session. And any queries, if those are there, we can answer to those. Otherwise, everybody is having my number also. You can WhatsApp any of the confusions, any of the queries. I will be responding individually back to all of you, right?
Sure, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay, okay. Okay, I'm getting so many messages here in the chat box. Thank you so very much for that encouragement, right? And motivation. And just give me a minute. I'm clicking here. All right, all right. So many messages are there. Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. Now I can stop screen share, right? Now request to all of you that be with your video, right? Then I will be clicking and I will be happy to see you people at the close of the session. Let me click few of the pictures also. All right. Manish, be on video. Surbhi, Raghav, everyone is requested. Be on video. I will be clicking few of the pictures, right? Then we will say bye to everyone and we will meet on the next Saturday, that is 8th May, with module 2 of this program. I can see Sukleen, okay, Surbhi, okay, Vrinda sir, hello. Then Shubhankar, okay, all are there. Okay, RS sir, hello. Right, all right. Very happy to see you all and very thankful to my faculty members that they are there with me. Okay, Abhinav, your smile is conveying the best positive vibes that's required. Good. Okay, all right. Shahida, so happy to see you. Navleen, so happy to see you. Okay, Mahak, so happy to see you. Ankit, okay, all right. All right, all right. Okay, RS sir, Virender sir, then we can conclude over here and we can close the session right now. RS sir, Virender sir.
हाँ जी anyone please कर सकते हैं मैडम
Right?
कर सकते हैं
Right, right. Okay, okay then. Then all my faculty members and all my students who have participated in this particular session, right, in this module on life skills, I'm so thankful to you people and I hope you must have learned out of this particular session and I hope to see you people all right in module 2 and that is going to happen on May 8th, 2021. All right. Thank you so very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Looking forward to the next
Oh,
session.
Thank you, ma'am. You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much, ma'am.
Neha ma'am is there.
Thank you.
Neha,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
okay. Neha,
Yes,
you are there.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
can
I've
we
been
close
there.
the
Yes.
session, Neha, now?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay, okay. I'm so thankful to the coordinators, Dr. Neha, Mr. Kamal Gurleen. I mean, because of their efforts, such sessions are happening in our campus and which is need of the hour. Through these sessions, we all faculty members, we will be what? We will be meeting you. We will be coming out with new ideas related to different areas, different topics. Purpose is what? Or emphasis is what? From all of us, right? As a team. Purpose is to equip our students, train our students, prepare our students as per the industry requirement. That is the emphasis. So Neha ma'am, I'm so thankful to you. Gurleen sir, Kamal Gurleen sir, I'm so thankful to him also that you have taken such initiative and made things happen, right? Neha ma'am, can we close now?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul sir. Thank you, everyone.